Ramadan Kareem, for most Americans, Ramadan is just a month when Muslims stay away from food and drink. And it's not actually true for Muslims. For Muslims, Ramadan is a lot more than that. It's a month for social gatherings, for spiritual practices, and a really good time for parents to pass on their knowledge about their religion to their children. Today, too, and in Islamic countries, people usually start to get ready for Ramadan about a month before, and the celebration usually extends a month after. And to get more in depth about these 3 months of celebration, I'm going to answer 3 questions. Why Muslims need to fast in the first place? Secondly, what are some traditions that come along with this, with fasting? And lastly, what are some of the most important events that occur during this month? To start off, we need to look at this month from a religious point of view, which Quran chapter 2 verses 183 to 185 says that all Muslims who are adults, mentally stable, and they're healthy have to fast during this month. And if they're sick for any reason, they have to make it up later on in the year. And Prophet Muhammad said Ramadan as one of the 5 pillars of Islam. And in addition to abstaining from food and drink, Muslims have to stay away from sexual relations, sinful speeches, and as well as bad behaviors too. And generally speaking, fasting is meant to redirect people's heart from worldly activities and focus more on cleaning our souls from all the impurities during this time. During this time, we take a break from ourselves and focus more on people who need our help in our communities. And as a result, sharing food becomes one of the most common practices during this month. Although fasting for an entire month might sound tough, but the excitement, as I said, starts a month before. To give you a better image of this event, I want you to imagine celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving at the same time. As we get closer to Christmas, the city becomes more colorful and the nights become brighter. Just like that, in Islamic countries, people use electrical Ramadan lights to hang up in front of their doors and to make the city brighter. And just like Thanksgiving time, everyone is excited about taking longer breaks. And because everyone is fasting during this time, people can usually get off their work earlier than the actual time. Lastly, I want to talk about the events that occurred during this time. One of the reasons why Ramadan is so special for Muslims is the fact that Quran was revealed to Muhammad during this month, and a night known as Laylatul Qadr, the night of power, the night of value, and the night of destiny, according to Islamic Central Portland. A night when Muslims all around the world go to their mosques and spend a great portion of the night praying. And by now we're already at the end of the month, and by far my most important, favorite part of the year as a child. After the month of Ramadan is ended, the people usually celebrate the 3 next days And the first day is usually for going to mosque and just thanking God for giving us the strength to go through this 30 days of fasting. And then people who are economically stable have to donate a small portion of their income to a charity. And the next 2 days is usually for just family gatherings and playing games and stuff. In the last 5 minutes or so, hopefully, I try to include some of the most important aspects and the traditions that come along with Islamic cultures and traditions. And as I said before, Ramadan it's not just about staying away from food and drinks. It's a month for Muslims to focus more on themselves and to get closer to God and to become a better person and to look around ourselves and show appreciation to everyone that's around us. And most importantly, to reflect on ourselves that we are capable of accepting hard challenges, even if it's as hard as fasting for 29 to 30 days.